my advice to a woman that's thinking about starting her own business is, first of all, stop thinking and start doing. Whatever it is, even if it's not something that you're going to be able to complete right away, just start doing it. Make it, show it, try it, and do it in your spare free time. Just keep doing it. And that's how you get a business, and that's how you become successful, is you just keep doing it. 1, do what you love. 2, more doing and less thinking. 3, work hard but work smart. 4, have no fear. And 5, just be nice. I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago, Illinois. I'm the oldest of 3 kids. My parents were 20 and 21 when I was born. My dad, a lawyer, my mom, a homemaker. Honestly, looking back now, I realize that my parents were growing up as we were growing up, because who has kids at 20 and 21 years old? You know, I've never been someone that wore a lot of makeup, but I always used makeup to look better. And I didn't realize the correlation between looking better and feeling better. I also grew up with a young mom who was a knockout. It just was glamorous. And, you know, I didn't ever think that I was attractive when I was a kid. It took me a long time to realize that, you know what, I can't be like her. And when I went into the fashion industry, I realized, guess what, I can't be like them either. I had to be me. And that was a big, wonderful moment. And I told my mother I wanted to drop out of college. I had transferred twice and wasn't happy being in school, and she basically said, you can't. She never graduated, and I needed to. And she said, if you could do anything you want, what would you want to do? And I had no idea. She said, okay, pretend it's your birthday. You could do anything. What would you want? I said I wanted to go to the department store and play with makeup. And she said, why don't you go to college and study that? And I knew I didn't want to go to beauty school. I found a college that offered something called an interdisciplinary degree, which let you create your own. And I know now that's called being an entrepreneur. So it was the best experience for me, giving me basically a white piece of paper that said, you know, all right, you have to do these things, but the rest you figure out what you want to do. And so that has pretty much set me up for how I look at life now. The only reason I even was able to make a lipstick because I just accidentally met this chemist that was working at Keel's Pharmacy when it was an independent little pharmacy before they sold. I asked him about these lipsticks and he told me he made them, and I said, oh, I've always wanted to make a lipstick. And I said, these are really nice, but I'd like to do something different. He says, all right, I'll make it for you. So he did. He made me the lipsticks in the beginning. I started selling them and having editors write about them. Became successful, you know, for what it was. I accidentally, at a party, met a woman who was a cosmetics buyer for a big department store, Bergdorf Goodman, who I told about my little lipstick line, and she said, that sounds fascinating, let's take them. I then had to literally find a manufacturer, which I did. All of a sudden, there was a brand that got launched. I didn't even know what a brand was then. There was a line of 10 lipsticks that got launched on a table, because there was no room at a counter, on a table at Bergdorf Goodman. It was the talk of the town. After 4 years, Estee Lauder called and bought it. When I became a mom, I didn't change anything. I knew that I wasn't going to be able, or I wouldn't want to travel for my work, which I did. What it really made me do is figure out how to multitask. Being naive, I never thought it was going to get in the way of my work or career, and I just always figured out how to make things work, from babysitters, from husbands, from nieces, from nephews. I always made it work. It's not about how you look, it's about how you feel you look. And that's such an important message to tell people.